I'm in the center, it really doesn't make any difference. Hi guys, we're at friggin' Jeep. My name is John, and playing around with different things. I'm on light duty still, so we'll take it from here. Basically, last night on Dan's Back 40 Live, I sent him a kit to make ice balls. Now down here in Maryland, we don't have little ice balls, we have big ice balls. And our drinks are not, we don't put ice balls in the drinks. We make our drinks in the, oops, did you hear it crack? I kind of thought that might happen. Most of the time you do this in the winter, so you're outside on a porch or something. Well, it also froze my drink. No, it didn't. I recommend using a straw, because I told him last night that this just came out of a freezer. It's 10 degrees. But I'll tell you how this came about, just playing around. In the olden times, they used to do what was called center cider parties. And what you did is you take your fermented apple cider and you place it outside and you let it freeze. And this is hollow in here, so as it freezes in this way, the top doesn't freeze anywhere near as fast. So what you have is the higher percentage alcohol in the center, and they called them center, I can't even tell you, center parties or something, center cider parties or something like that. So that's kind of how this came about. So what I just kind of wanted to show it and play around with it. It's something you might want to do, and I got to get with Dan. Another thing that's kind of fun to do. Hold on a second. Now that's a cold drink. Now hold on a second. What else I want to send Dan out and others out there to do is, if you want to have a kind of a neat little thing, you let this thing set it outside and put a candle in it, and it glows a great big ball. Now I'm going to show you that hopefully a little later this afternoon, or we're having the party tonight, so that's all right. I got a camera person today. Thank you, camera person. Anyhow, I'll do that later tonight. That happens after dark, and that kind of reminded me of what we did in the wintertime with a 5-gallon bucket when it was real cold. Fill it up with water and let it freeze. It freezes in. Just the center, like I said, doesn't freeze anywhere near as fast. It's because the contaminants go in. Anything other than water doesn't freeze as fast, so it goes in, and that's why it does that. There's a lot of technical stuff on that. Anyhow, after dark tonight, I'll put a candle in this one, and we will see that. So next I'm going to show you some more useless information. After watching Jack up at Log Cabin Firewood, he had a problem with a pressure gauge, so I'm just going to show some useless information on that. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to finish my drink and then put it back in the freezer. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping in. Bye-bye. Well guys, welcome back. The next thing we're still on light duty. This is just later on the day. It's a absolutely gorgeous day. Low humidity, a little bit of a breeze. So I got to start the bonfire for tonight's bonfire. And shouldn't take too much. Get a little juice and put it in there. I guess I should have had that with me before I started the video, but I'm not that smart. Remember that? Let's see. Oh, I ain't got no juice in that bottle. Uh-oh. I might be in trouble. Then I got to get a lighter, which is in the back of there. I think there might be enough in here to... Actually, the wood in here is dry. If I can just get a little bit of a spark on a piece of paper there, it'll be fine. It'll take off. Need a handful of fire starter, but I am moving a little slow. But I'm moving, and I think that's the key to it, is keep moving. Guess we'll put a little... See if I can get a squirt on there. This is just the same, guess not. It'll probably go when it's level. And what did you think about the, I just don't have none in here hardly. That's probably enough to get it going anyway. Slow getting up. I like to get the fire going early to get a good bed of coals. Now I'm gonna get the tool cat out and move those two. I'm going to take you out of this. You're going to get on shaky hand instead of that. I'm going to bring those two crates up and probably bring another crate up. And we might go through, I don't know, 1.5 crates today. Whoops, I don't even think you had it in there. These are for the grandkids. Grandkids like throwing little blocks of wood in the fire. That's something that's kind of boys fun. Yeah, I think that's going to take off all right. I put some of my that's kindling stuff that I got in there, and there's also a lot of sticks in there. These are the motors that I got off of that Toro. Now that they're in here, they're just sitting there. They're a little bit heavy to move, so I'm just going to let them stay there a little longer. But I'm going to get you a book later on today because I'm doing light duty stuff and giving you useless information, and show you that those are probably worth about minimum of like $350 a pop. If you had to buy them from Toro, it'd probably cost you $1,000 a pop. So anyhow, I'm going to put you back in the stand. Like I said, I thought that would get going. It's going good enough. And we'll be back in a little bit with some more useless information today. Just a quick update, filling in stuff. I decided to take that load of wood up because I like the smell of oak better than anything. I'll show you in a minute. I'm burning right now Tree of Heaven and pine. And it just got started, so it's a little smoky, but that wood that I had up there, I think I might save that. I don't recall what that is, but it's stacked and covered, and so I'm okay with that. And I know that this is really trash wood. I'm hoping that it's dried out. We just split this a day or two ago, but we'll see how this burns. I think it sure looks good. It's hot and dry out, so I think it'll burn fine. If not, then we'll go to another pile. So we're loading it up with this. I'm riding in comfort. And that's just kind of a quick update. Bye-bye. Well, here we are at the next daily light duty chore. It's pretty easy. I do it anyway. Sometimes you get that to siphon up. I guess not. Might be able to. There it goes. It's got a little reed valve in it. If you want to see what this siphon thing is, go to safety siphon or go up to, I don't know if you're seeing me in there, go up to Tony's Cool Tools. He did a segment on those, and all I do is try to make sure can't get in here now. Yeah, it's down in there. It'll go down a couple more feet. And I try to put, I don't know, you figure this is a 275, I think, so 50, let's say 50, 100, 150, 200, you know, so yeah, that's all I want to do is take it down to about there, and that should be enough water. Wasn't too rough. Trying to get that out of there. I started the fire. It's doing pretty good. You can see the hose just going on there, and it kind of spreads around with the mulch, and I push it around from time to time here or there, and gravity's going to take it in that direction. Tree's hanging in there. It hadn't died. I let off the pressure on these. There's really no pressure on this anymore, but it's just there as backup. Anyhow, some more light duty work. The fire is going. Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, 15 minutes later. I took another thing of wood up there. It's windy today, or breezy. It's not really windy. Oh, look at the apples are starting to fall. Might have to try one of those out. Hardest thing getting down there, getting one out, because if they're there tonight, the deer will have them. So let's see what one of these tastes like. Get my trusty knife, surgically cleaned. That's clean enough. Now we don't spray these, so they're not. There's little bugs and stuff. And this one here looks pretty green. I forget what kind of apples these are. We'll go look at the thing in a minute. A little bit of a bruise, probably where it hit the ground when it fell. It might be dropping its apples just because the problem with it. Don't know. No, it's got to be green. Not too bad. Not as green as I thought it was going to be. The deer will have those apples cleaned up tonight. So I'll push them over here. Pretty tasty apple. All right. I got something next to do, lightweight. We'll see in a little bit. Well, this is a place I know you guys never been before. This is miscellaneous copper junk. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I wanted to get a couple gauges out, and I'll go over that later. But wanted to get a couple gauges out. Those go in there, and more recycle to do. I even got a fry pan. Do you need a fry pan? Huh? Yeah, I got a bunch of fry pans. Oh, I can't pick that up. I'm gonna have to. These all have lids on them, or some lids. Other things that I got that not too many people see is my. What is that called? Stone hinge. Well, that's compactor hinge. Old trash compactors. We get a lot of parts out of those. My can cruncher up there that you've seen run from time to time, maybe in past videos, maybe recently. This is the setup, and also that sprayer that I made came out of this stuff. Here's a cylinder in it. I neglected to get the cylinder out in time before it decomposed, but there's a 3-phase motor there, but I think that one's got a single phase, and this one might have a single phase. That's the motor that's on the sprayer. Those rams that came out of the other ones, if you've never seen the monster wood splitter that we built that's on a tandem axle trailer, those cylinders went into them for leveling. This is more stuff that I got to recycle. This is heavy, but see, this is all 1/4-inch steel, so I just as soon save some of this, because steel right now is at high dollar. Anyhow, that's just more useless information, lightweight duty work to get a video on, get some content out. But places you've never been before. Oh, here's a couple more Jeeps back here. Here's one. Maybe there's just one here. There's part of one over there. Wheels, rear ends. 2 of these rear ends are 373s. There's a little valve. To give you an idea what that valve is, I think it's a 10-inch. That's my foot. Inside of that valve is all bronze. That's why that valve is there. I got to take it apart. And that'll bring some good money at the scrapyard. Anyhow, that's what's going on. I'm going to go behind that and cover it up and head up and make another useless information video. Bye-bye. Hi guys, we're back up at the fire location. You can't see it, but the fire's burned off most of the water out of that now, so there's not much smoke or steam. Or you know how when you put wood on the fire, it smokes to begin with. So it's calming down. It's 2:30 now, so we got till, I don't know, between 5 and 6 to get a good bed of coals in there, and I think we're going to make it. So that's not a problem, but I'll show you the next easy job that I got that just chews up time, but that's what I'm doing here. We have, I can't carry it over at one time. I'll show you here and then carry them over. The tables are out here. I guess you saw that. Well, here's my table leveling kit that we use up the bunion. Took a little Forstner bit and put a little divot in those, and these are for, I guess, 3/4. You can't see them. I don't know if we're all the way back. No, we weren't all the way back. These are for small spacers, and we use them up at the Bunion Show. Mark Galici and I, if you haven't ever been up to Mark Galici's, he's the smart one in the outfit. Did you see the way he was doing those new totes? I think he did a video a Friday night. I think he's doing a Firewood Friday or something like that, and he shows how he cut the tops of the totes and drilled some holes in them and screwed them down to a pallet and makes another whole way of holding firewood easy. A little hard to get out, but that's really minor. Sooner or later, you're going to have work when it comes to firewood. So now we'll go over here, and you can see the tables, but you can't see. Maybe you can see the angle if you watch. I got to put this tripod here is weird. If you look at it and compare it to the steps, maybe you can see it's got a little bit of an angle. I don't know. I'm gonna let you down a little bit. Don't mean to let you down, but that's the way it is. But we're going under here and putting little blocks under the legs. Pretty light duty work, I think, except for getting down is the hardest part. And we're just not too difficult here. And if that doesn't, that should get a little bit closer to the right height. That looks pretty good. Doesn't take much sometimes. Sometimes it takes more. Probably tweak it if I wanted to, but I don't think it's that important. And we got one more over here. That's this table here. That's this tripod is not my normal tripod, and the legs fold in every time I pick it up, so you got to put them back out. That table over there, I guess that's where all the food's going to be. We're going to take it off the grill and put it there. I'll put maybe a couple under each one of those. I'm not sure. I'll take them over there just in case. Make it more leveler. Let's see. Got to get them out. 1, 2. Oh, that's an empty one. 3, 4. All right. I think that's a 2 block per leg. I think I'll just leave you there. Two block per leg leveling up job. I don't know what this is, but it probably shouldn't be out in the sun getting cooked. We'll put it over on this table, except for that's holding the tablecloth down. Now I know what she's doing. Have to go find some turtles and put on there maybe. All right, let's see if we can't level this one up a little bit. Trying to use my head here. That fell all it's good for anymore. This is easy if you don't have a back problem. Let's see what we got here. I think that'll be just fine. All right. Useless information, but like I said, you know, if you got a table problem and you got some little extra blocks of wood, which I do from time to time, just take and get yourself a basket, get a Foster bit if you have one, and put a hole in there, and you can stack them up as many as you want, and pretty handy little table leveling kit. We'll see you later now. Bye-bye. Well, it's finally made it to the nighttime. I don't know what time it is, but probably around 9 o'clock. All the sparklers here, when the wind blows, sparkles real good. And there's hangy things here and hangy things there. Remember that ice ball? Well, here's that ice ball now that has become dark. Well, it's still frosty on the outside. I gotta pull up a chair. You can spin it around if you want. You can see all the cracks in it and stuff like that. But the Dan back at Back 40 have Boss Man fill up a one of your ice ball, whatever I called it, don't remember. Put it in the freezer. Come out the next day and poke a hole in the top. What do you think, guys? Like I said, you're liable to see anything at this place. And we're just starting to get the fire going. It was kind of going all day. We're going to do s'mores. You can't cook s'mores when you got a big flame like that. It's best to cook them on the ash. And we're just I don't know whether we're winding down. Let me see if I can zoom in. That's that wood that I split the other day. But you gotta you drink your drink out of it in the daytime and you light your party table, and then we got, the kids will be out here playing with these things. I don't know if the grandkids are here. They'll be lightsabers. Somehow you hit a switch up here. I don't know where the switch went. There it goes. They'll be going 90 miles an hour around the front yard in this. And I think they have more than one color, I'm not sure. There it is. And if you wanted to, these things are just LEDs way down in there. You could probably put one of these in that ice ball. We still got glasses on the table. And kind of get that effect. Or, well, there's an ice ball. That'd be kind of neat. I might have to snitch one of them. Anyhow, just having fun. We'll go out there. The fire's just starting to get going. It's still getting loaded up. We haven't really burned too much wood. Yeah, that's looking good. Looking good. Oh, you don't have enough wood in it yet.
Oh, I'm working on it.
We don't mess with little fires like up in Wisconsin.
Gotta prep it first.
Gotta prep it. Okay, I'm all right with that. And the flame is about, I don't know, what's that, a foot tall? 8 foot tall? I'll do one of the at the house pictures from down low and make it look really big. See, it's bigger than the house. Coming along. All right, that's just kind of an update. I don't know whether this will go on today or tomorrow. I had some other things I was trying to put together. Light work duty day till the back gets better. Bye-bye. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Not sure whether this is going on tonight or tomorrow night. We'll see you. Ice ball after dark, guys. As the ice ball turns. Still going. We're probably about 10 o'clock now. That thing's been going for a couple hours. And it's hanging in there. Kind of neat when it turns. Have to put it on a record player. See ya. Well, I don't know how clear that'll come in. I'm trying to zoom. I'm not too good working these things. That's the moon. It looks blurry in there. We'll come back in. That's the moon shining off. You can't see it. Oh, those little dots are the moonlight shining off the greenhouse hoops. The plastic does that. And we're gearing down. The fire's calming down now. See you later. Can't find, it's too dark to find the turn off button. Wasn't that one. Wasn't that one. I don't know how